Muy buenas y bienvenidos un día más a un rato con Charlando, y hoy nos vamos a una galaxia muy lejana para continuar la historia de Star Wars KOTOR, Caballeros de Antigua República 2, los Caballeros Sith, donde vamos a ver qué nos depara hoy el futuro, si somos Sith, si somos Jedi. Obviamente somos Sith, ya lo sabéis, lleva al lado oscuro. Y sin más dilación, recordaros que estos son los escantes del canal morado y vídeo. Pues vamos para allá, continuamos. Después de nuestra batalla hay que subir al pavo este. Y este ya sabéis, subir de nivel automático. Así que seguimos con nuestra chulatina, con nuestra hipervelocidad. Oh, y nos lo han quitado. Oye, vieja, ¿por qué no echas alguna curita? Esto va a ser todo un páramo desolado menos el búnker ese, ¿no? Coño, se me está debajo hoy. Ay, menos mal que no nos caemos. ¡Hala! 5 minutos de vídeo explorando un páramo. Pero ¿y si había algo? A todo esto ya lo... Ah, vale. Si puedes encontrar, debería recobrarse, vale. Pobre Baldur. Uy, porras eléctricas. Ya empezamos a tener algo parecido a los láser.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
¿Quién eres?
I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense people come to no harm.
Seguiré el juego de momento.
Why is it that everywhere we go,
Sí,
I end
¿por
up in a
qué?
cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, With the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm.
Qué hija de puta, ¿no?
And the why? And there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If she is a Jedi, she will forgive. And if she is not, she will not care.
You can't tell her. Please. I'm asking you. I don't want her to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this woman we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve her until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the
Me cae bien la vieja.
You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scow like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Djarik can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
Or Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
Momento crítico. ¿Notarán ya por fin la espada?
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing.
I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
Primero dime que lo has hecho mis amigos, quiero mi propiedad, mis esclavos y mi nave. No era mi intención venir, Atris, ni verte de nuevo. Si piensas que quería verte la cara otra vez, estás tristemente confundida. Busco mi nave para poder dejártelos. Estoy aquí porque un estúpido pretencioso me robó la nave. Venganza, me expulsasteis y ahora he vuelto. Si piensas que quería verte la cara otra vez, estás tristemente confundida.
Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation.
Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out?
Refréscame la memoria porque me expulsó el miedo. El consejo me expulsó por miedo. Miedo a Revan, a mí, a lo que representábamos. Quizás debes admitir que las decisiones del consejo fueron equivocadas, fueron lo que provocaron la guerra civil. No podía cruzarme de brazos y ver morir inocentes. ¡Ah! Tenía razón, los Jedi no deben ir a la guerra, no importan los motivos. Merecía No he venido a debatir. Estoy aquí por venganza nada más. Refréjame la memoria.
Why? Because you turned your back on us. And the Order. You followed Revan to war against the Mandalorians. The very war that made Revan a Lord of the Sith. And ruined you.
La República pidió ayuda a los Jedi. Lo hice por la República, no por Revan. No podía cruzarme de brazos y ver moría inocentes en el borde exterior. El Consejo quería evaluar la amenaza mientras morían millones. Mejor ir a la guerra que ser regido por la cobardía. Mejor Revan que los Jedis. No debería debatir. Mejor ir a la guerra que ser regido por la cobardía.
So you said so long ago. And look where it has led you. You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
Una pequeña pausa de publicidad. Si llegáis hasta aquí, espero que el vídeo os esté gustando y os esté entreteniendo. Por aquí os salen las redes sociales, ya sabéis, Instagram y todo esto. Darle a follow y seguid entreteniéndoos. Adelante. También recuerdo que para mí viviste prisión o algo peor. Mi castigo podía haber sido peor, por ello doy gracias. Ya me acuerdo, no tienes por qué seguir recordándome. Ahora me doy cuenta de que el Consejo y tú fuisteis clementes. También recuerdo que para mí pediste prisión o algo peor.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I have kept it, so I would never forget.
Ese es mi sable de luz, ya no era Jedi, ya no era mío. He puesto de hecho, ya no me decía. No sabía que lo conservaba después de tanto conservado. Robado, querrás decir. Ese es mi sable de luz.
Indeed, a lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi. When you turned your back on the Order, it was not yours anymore. I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
Ojalá me ganara el derecho de volver a empuñar mi sable de luz. Si volvieras a ser Jedi, ¿me lo devolverías? Sean cuales sean tus razones, devuélvemelo. Insulté a orden, tú me insultas portándolo. Devuélveme el sable o te lo arrancaré a las manos muertas. Quédatelo pues, no me importa. Insulté a orden, tú me insultas portándolo.
Then you misunderstand its meaning while it is in my possession, and what it now represents. But I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice.
No podías hacer sino ir a la guerra. Fui a la guerra para proteger a otros, no para luchar. El Consejo era débil, estaba regido por el miedo. El Consejo era débil, estaba regido por el miedo.
And you were ruled by hate, aggression. That is not the way of a Jedi.
Y la senda del Consejo es compartir la agresión con la capitulación. Prefiero la mía, sin duda. Fue mi elección y elegí la batalla gustosamente. Si ese día significa rendirse, elijo no serlo más. Los mandalorianos merecían la resistencia que opusimos. Y la senda del Consejo es compartir la agresión con la capitulación.
Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war. And it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way. And you turned on us.
¿No te tentó ayudar a los inocentes? No me perdí ahí, me encontré. Volví a tomar la misma decisión. Revan y Malak os traicionaron, no yo. No perdí nada en la guerra. Revan y Malak os traicionaron, no yo. Sí, porque todavía no somos Lord Sith.
Without you and the other fallen Jedi to support them, to feed their lust for war, Revan and Malak's crusade would have been over before it began.
Entonces no sabéis nada de lo que me movió a mí o a Revan. Si los Jedi no se hubieran respaldado, nunca hubiera habido una guerra civil. Abandonar a los camaradas Jedi que libran una guerra justa me es ajeno. Si los Jedi nos hubieran respaldado...
You betrayed the Jedi teachings. All that you had been taught you threw at your feet, crushed them beneath your heel. The Jedi teachings require we examine our actions. Acting without reflection is not our way.
Y te limitaste a ver morir el borde exterior por seguir las enseñanzas. Díselo a los a los millones que murieron en la guerra. Vidas salvadas si hubieran actuado ante los Jedi. Nuestras enseñanzas no dicen que debamos cruzarnos de brazos mientras otros mueren. La duda y la pasividad también son emociones fuertes de las que hay que guardarse. La duda y la pasividad también son emociones fuertes.
There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
Si no hubiéramos luchado, la República hubiera caído, es un hecho. Incluso los mandalorianos admiten que Revan los rechazó. No había garantías de nuestra victoria, pero de no haber actuado, ahora los mandalorianos regirían la República. Podríamos haber esperado, pero derrotar a los mandalorianos tras su victoria hubiera sido muy difícil. ¿Has estado leyendo la historia de los ciegos? Revan ganó la guerra. No había garantías, pero...
A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in...
En el triunfo del pacifismo, la rendición. ¿Y cuántos hubieran muerto? De no pararlo, el triunfo de las enseñanzas Jedi no tiene sentido si no queda nadie vivo para apreciarlas.
You do not know...
No sabes. Si los mandalorianos hubieran vencido, los Jedi habrían luchado. Simplemente hubieran meditado qué hacer. Oh, por favor. Cualquiera que sacara la cabeza de los archivos Jedi lo sabría. Solo tengo mi experiencia para guiarme. Y me dice que tú y el consejo os equivocasteis. Si los mandalorianos hubieran vencido...
How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died.
Tu ira se debe a que deseas en secreto seguirme a la guerra. Cuidado, Atris, la ira conduce al lado oscuro. ¡Ay, hija de puta! La república en la que debería haber muerto en Malachor. No sabes nada de lo que sucedió en Malachor 5, así que guarda silencio. No quiero reabrir más viejas heridas, Atris. Acabemos con esto. Percepción, tu ira se debe a que...
What do you mean?
Lo veo en ti. Querías luchar a mi lado, pero tenías demasiado miedo a desafiar al consejo. Pues que el miedo te guía, Atris. Te lleva por donde te lleve. Si no puedes comprender la verdad, da igual. No quiero seguir, ¿eh? Lo veo en ti.
You're wrong, just as you were when you defied the Council. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions.
So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here?
Ay, guío mi propiedad, mis esclavos y mi nave. Estoy aquí porque un shruta pretencioso me robó la nave.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you're admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
La destrucción de Peragus fue un accidente, la destrucción de Peragus fue necesaria. Claro que destruí Peragus. Peragus, ¿dónde queda eso? No admito nada. Mira, ¿tienes mi nave o no? ¿Admites haber robado el halcón de ébano?
The Ebon Hawk is here, safe. Its records and navicomputer are being dissected to determine what caused the destruction of the Paragus facility.
Repara, buena suerte con el ordenador de navegación, pierdes el tiempo. ¿Cuándo me la devolveréis? Así que tú me robaste la nave. Reparar.
We're having some trouble with the navicomputer, but I think with your cooperation, willing or otherwise, that will cease to be an obstacle. If it is your ship, perhaps I should be questioning you as to what happened, and why you destroyed the facility and murdered all the miners stationed there.
Los mineros ya estaban muertos. La destrucción de Peragus, los mineros ya estaban muertos.
A facility of over 150 personnel, all dead before you arrived. A childish story to mask your crime. And with the facility destroyed, you think there is no way to confirm your story. But I will pry the truth from you, I promise you that.
Si no me vuelves mi nave, el halcón no es tuyo, Atris, devuélvelo.
Again, you insist it is your ship, but it has had many owners, which I'm sure you are aware. You have no claim over it, even if you did. The destruction you have already caused demands that you be tried and punished for what you have done.
No voy a permitir que vuelvas a juzgarme.
It was too much to hope that you may have come here to finally admit the Council was right.
Otra vez mi sable de luz. Nah. Tan solo dame mi nave, me llevo mi nave.
Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove her, mistress. Come with us. Are you all right, mistress?
The exile reminded me of something I had forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Was she important to you once?
We all have our heroes, and when we watch them fall, we die inside. She made a choice once, and I did not. The day we judged her, I stood in the chamber, and she was so right. She was so certain of it. I doubted myself, but not now. She will never make me doubt myself again. But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
Pues nada, al final no lo hemos conseguido convencer. Ay, pero ojalá puntos del lado oscuro. Vale. ¿Cómo vamos bajando? Vamos a hacer una pausa. Sed buenos, sed felices. ¡Hasta ahora!